Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
이게 저런 애들 잡을 때마다 레벨업을 그냥 줄창 다 해주면 레벨이 엄청 너무 많이 오르겠죠. 이게 얘네들이 왜 보스들은 그나마 피통 많아는 것처럼 느껴지는 게 인왕이랑 비슷해요. 기력 게이지 까면은 풀이 딜타임이다 보니까 오히려 체력 없으면 시시하죠. 저는 이게 훨씬 재밌는데. 체력 낮으면은 진짜 금방금방 죽어요. 잡목들 보면 그래서 제가 스킬도 잘 안 쓰는데 잡목들 그냥 스킬 몇 번 쓰면 애들 다 죽기 때문에. 근데 보스들도 그렇게 죽으면은 재미없어요.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You're beat sneaking around on your tud all the time.
잡목들은 솔직히 패턴도 안 보거든요. 왜냐면 일방적 구타가 되다 보니까.
It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck. Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
아 재밌다. 게임 진짜 전투 진짜 잘 만들었어.
Suppose we'd better be getting.
Give us a shout if you.
조작하고 콤보 넣고 하는 그런 재미가 있어요.
What do you want?
새로운 재료 먹었는데 뭐 만들어지는 거 없나? 노란색이 제일 높은 등급인가 보네요. 방금 재료가 노란색이었는데 S등급 몹을 잡으면 노란색이 나오는 건가? 차량 막히면은 오히려 졸리지 않나요? 그 연휴 때 10분마다 1cm 가는 약간 그런.
How you doing? Quick look. Always something in there.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
하이클레릭 메달리. 뭐 옵션이라도 보이면은 좋을 텐데.
Think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent.
So,
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
salvage from the ruins. I thought.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what... What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
그새 조수도 생겼어?
Right.
Oh, Sid, I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the Mithril engine, in which Mithril is burned to generate heat. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone, in other words, this is where the helm comes in. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are, and not only that, that why. If
그런 거
the
클라이브한테
iron water
말해줘도
were to
잘
enter the
몰라요.
reactor proper, it would vaporize
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass near
Lorbert's-
Lostwing. The thing is, well,
아, 나 너무
probably
좋아,
should- It's no
마물.
longer a matter of just walking in and take.
I see. Would that help?
Oh, I'll gather my tea.
그래, 기왕이면 뭐 어디서 모래 줍는 거보다는 마물 잡는 게 낫지. 오네. 파티 한 번씩 파티 바뀐다는 말은 왜 뜨는 거지? 아까 전에 실제로 모래주로 갔다 왔어요. 마물. 여기인가? 아, 데뷔됐네. 백벨트 감사합니다. 아니 뭐야? 아니, 레벨 13짜리가 여기까지 쫓아왔어. 혼나요 진짜.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming.
이게 마이크로 한번 들어가서 그래. 마이크로 또
Ruins
들어가서
are
그럴걸요.
just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
콘솔은 이게 어찌됐든 스피커 켜놔야 그나마 들려가지고. PC 소리랑 플스랑 소리를 같이 못 듣다 보니까 얘
This must be our unwanted
예전에
visitor.
봤던 애네. 얘도 미스키몹 처음 만난 애였는데 얘 진짜 데미지 진짜 셌어. 아이고, 아이고. 이거나 드세요.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
똥인데? 파파는 뭐 매번 주인공이 달라지다 보니까 근데 잘 변화하고 있는 것 같아요. 예전 파판들 애들을 너무 그 뭐냐 뭐라고 하지? 일본 이렇게 그걸 뭐라고 하더라? 걔네 이상한 머리 스타일 하고 있어가지고 진짜 이상해요.
Think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid.
Excellent.
And just
Right. Right.
how so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek.
Tomes, I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him? See what he makes of it?
단순히 근데 노란 머리 아무튼 노란색이든 금발이든 뭐 아무튼 이게 문제가 아니고 그냥 모양 이상이야.
Editors started reading books that don't have any picture.
근데 뭐 머리 스타일만 괜찮으면은 금발이든 뭐든 상관은 없는데 왜냐면 조슈아만 봐도 걔도 금발이거든요.
Thanks to Sid, the man who...
좀 막 약간 심하게 더벅머리긴 한데
Hippocrates, do you have a moment? For you, Clive? Or well, actually, it's for mid this. Could you take a look at?
아 이거 키 변경 패치는 언제 해주는 거지? 이미 적응해가지고
Engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
아니 저 말고
She has some
조슈아요.
specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside,
적응해가지고
and yet remain cool enough on the outside
다시
not to set the
바꿀 수
ship
있을라나
alight,
모르겠다.
while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs. I see. I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one. Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach. What do you mean? Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless. We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see. Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire. So if we could recreate it, it might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to
뭐
use.
그럴 수도 있겠죠.
The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era. Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too. The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself. Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you. I am sure either of these fine young...
둘 중에 누가 데려가고 뭐 하는 게 의미 있는 건가?
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt
Yeah.
I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though.
So, Clive, who will accompany...
얘랑 가야지 뭐.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list.
White chocobo eggs. Are you sure this list is right? I would have thought the ingredients would be a little...
Though these items may seem mundane, so much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Now, of course.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now.
I will.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
마물 나왔으면 좋겠다.
Now, where's Jill?
There's talk that the glass has finally spread to the world. Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts? You can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
이게 아까 가브랑 오토 선택하는 것도 그렇고 같이 오는 게 의미가 있는 건가? 심지어 나 혼자서도 다 할 수 있는 일인데.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Ah, yes. Keep fighting the good fight.
Buy, sell, or be gone. If that's what you want. Go on. Take
That's
it.
everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Everyone's supposed to afford that price.
All anyone ever wants anymore is
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this. But before we head back, thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
그냥 추억 얘기 나누는 것 때문에 그런가?
What with
가보도
Torgal's
그렇고.
antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make.
빵은 언제 생긴
What do you
거야?
think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... Oh,
You all right?
sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
여긴 안 가본 데 있나? 이게 전화는 막혀 있다가 뚫려 있어 있는 그런 데 있는데 아, 안 갔으면은 안 간 표시가 있으려나? 진짜 엔간한 데는 다 가본 것 같다. 아니요? 전 요새 별로 아무튼 영화에는 별로 흥미가 잘 안 가는 것 같아요. 게임하는 게 좋아요, 역시.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the Moon Dew. How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, I was just explaining to Taya, and now that we have all the ingredients...
You can count on me.
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway.
Apparently.
Thank you.
Right then. Jill.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
별로 영화든 큰 영상은 그렇게 관심이 많이 없어져. 그래서 뭐 TV나 드라마 뭐 이런 것도 있잖아요. 이런 것도 안 본 지 되게 오래된 것 같고.
When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates.
그냥 진짜 그냥 only 게임. 근데 뭐 재밌는 거 할 게임들 많이 나와서 좋은 것 같아요. 특히 올해는 진짜 게임 풍년이라.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
그쵸? 보통 많이 나오죠.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
TV나 아무튼 영화는 이제 별로 뭔가 재미가 없어요.
Harpocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating
재밌어야
that should
되는데.
provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
미션 임파서블.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
미션 임파서블도 한 4인가 5까지는 봤었는데.
Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck.
분노의 질주. 근데 약간 뭔가 미션 임파서블 잘 모르겠는데 분질은 좀 너무 뇌절 아닌가요? 근데 아직도 계속 나오던데 그거. 애들 할아버지도 갔어. 근데 폴 워커가 빠져가지고 본질은 제가 봤을 때 걔가 입고 거랑 지금 내용이 많이 달라졌을 텐데 걔 빠지니까 약간 좀 3000% 많이 빠지는 것 같은 내용이. 근데 어쨌든 또 메인 주인공이 빠져가지고 다른 애들을 또 다시
It's finally finished.
주인공으로 내세워야 되다 보니까.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm
근데
for
뭐
weeks.
되게 진짜 갑작스러운 사고라
Thank
어쩔
you,
수 없어.
Clive,
하죠.
Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight, just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance.
약간 노아의 방주 그런 느낌인가?
That's
이게?
what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command.
와 이제 설마 배 타고 다닐 수도 있나?
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right.
확실히 이름 번역이라 그런지 이거 말하는 거랑 대사랑 많이
Aye, aye,
다른
Captain.
느낌인 것 같은데. 진짜 2회차는 이름으로 했을 때 입모양 신경 안 쓸, 최소한 입모양 아니 그 자막이랑 안 맞는 건 별로 없을 것 같으니까 뭐가 더 나을지 모르겠네요.
Right, Clive.
영어를 근데 자기들도 메인으로 만들었으면은 번역? 현지화 번역도 영어 기준으로 다 번역하게 만들지 왜 일어를 번역한
She
거지?
said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that in those words.
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
뭐야?
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
근데 대부분의
You
국가는
all, are ya?
더빙 안 된
I
국가
offered
기준으로
to take her across, but
다
she wouldn't
영어로
wait. Just
듣지
paid for
않을까요,
a ticket
음성을?
and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she?
But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
씨? 아니 근데 미드 얘 뭐야? 어디 간겨?
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It seems that way.
근데 걔네는 확실히 배경이 일본이라 근데 여기 나오는 캐릭터는 서양 캐릭터라 가지고 세키로 고우스 그런 건 확실히 일본어가 낫죠. 근데 심지어 고우스도 입모양 제 기억이 맞으면 영음 기준일 텐데 그 서커펀처가 미국 회사라 가지고.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do
그것도
to keep
이름 하면은
feel
입모양
the
안 맞을
Seven High
거예요.
House is waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
옛 은신처 폐허?
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the Lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping
야,
sights like these.
쟤랑 그냥 전부 시끄러웠네.
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, man.
할머니 돌아가신다 이놈아.
Break your bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.